Hey guys, Brandon here. You may know me as the Hardcore Kid or Headbanger142 on YouTube. Sorry I haven't really been able to update a whole lot in the past month. I've been very busy with school, work, Christmas, and I also just came back from a vacation to Orlando, Florida. And I went to Epcot, Walt Disney World, Universal, Disney Hollywood Studios, SeaWorld, all that good stuff. It's actually quite sunny down there, and it just snowed up here, so it was a good way to get away from the snow. Also, I'm getting ready for the Super Bowl, as you can see. I'm, of course, rooting for the Giants. And it has also come to my attention that I have officially hit 500 videos on my YouTube channel. And this is quite interesting because just recently I was also tagged. Now, for those of you who don't know what being tagged means, basically what a YouTube user does is that they tell their audience 5 facts about themselves that maybe their audiences haven't known. And then after they're done with it, they tag 5 more other people that they know on YouTube, 5 friends. And then they have to tell their viewers, give their viewers 5 facts about themselves. Of course, I got tagged, and I got tagged by OneSam2345. He's the guy responsible for mirroring the second half of my even more smegged up YouTube failures list after I got a false DMCA claim by RJ Bansma. So I think it would be a good idea to make my 500th video a tag video, right? Alright, so here we go. Fact number 1. Now, there are some people who may have watched my earlier videos, might have known this, but I was actually on the high school wrestling team. I wrestled in the 189 and 215 weight classes from my sophomore year to my senior year. I won quite a few matches. I got a few medals from different tournaments. And before you say anything, no, high school wrestling is nothing like pro wrestling. There's no fake punches, there's no acting like complete douchebags, and there's no distractions or else you get disqualified. No, but high school wrestling is actually a very physical sport. You're doing a lot of running around the mat for like 10 minutes. You're doing a lot of moves, practicing a lot of takedowns and carries and stuff. But wrestling, it was a good experience. It was a very good way for me to get in shape because it's a very physical sport. I haven't wrestled any tournaments since March, but I'm not sure if I'll go to any more tournaments afterwards unless I feel like it. But until then, I'm just sticking to like making movies and trying to finish up my studies in college and working, so it's all good. Fact number 2! Okay, this is a really, really embarrassing one. But back in middle school, I remember watching Most Extreme Elimination Challenge on Spike TV. Basically, it was a parody dub of Takeshi's Castle, and they had this game called Eat Shiitake, which they would have fun like repeating it all over and over again. Yeah, and I thought it was pretty funny, and then I started saying it in middle school a couple of times, and then all the other kids started saying it to the point where it really started to get annoying, you know? And then, but I kept telling them to stop. They didn't, and they kept saying it, and kept saying it, and they kept saying it all the way throughout my entire high school. Like, Jesus Christ. And you know when it gets to a point where you're so annoyed that you're just like, fuck you guys, just shut the fuck up. It was just like that, constantly. And, you know, you'd feel the same way if you'd have to deal with that kind of crap, especially considering I live in North Jersey and the people up here are just batshit crazy. Not everyone is crazy, but, you know, there are kids up here who are idiots, and you just know some of them are going to go far, and some of them who are just going to end up in the gutter. Fact number 3. This is another weird one. When I was younger, I had this obsession with road signs. Stop signs, stop ahead signs, traffic lights, county route signs that you have posted all over the place. And when I was younger, I had this humongous collection of road signs that I would get from construction kits, or maybe I'd find them somewhere around Walmart or Toys R Us somewhere. And I would always set them up in my room like I was making this weird miniature world or metropolis. And I don't have them anymore, but it was funny. I would always print out, go to the internet and print out little road signs and just glue them to Legos or something and just set everything up. Yeah, it was weird, but you know what? It was just some weird hobby I had. Now, my hobby is robotics and filming and theater, so way to evolve from something so stupid to something that's somewhat constructive. Fact number 4. I've always enjoyed, like, building and designing stuff. Like, I always like to build models, or I like to paint stuff, or make outlines for things, like maybe for roads, or maybe for statues, or robots, or something I wanted to build. And I'm going to be honest here, I suck at drawing. I am atrocious. Chris Chan can draw better than I could. But I think once you put it onto paper and you get an idea of it, and you move it to an actual the actual model or the actual design that you want to see in real life, get it off the paper, it actually comes off pretty good. Like, I took a stagecraft class in college in my last semester, and I had to actually build a model of the Iceman Cometh set. I based it loosely off of the 1962 movie. And really, once you get it all done, it does make you pretty happy when all your careful planning actually comes out to be pretty good. And I might not be very good at artwork, but I always end up very happy with final products when they're put to scale, and it's always good. And the same thing with robotics. Like, usually I make kits or I design them and put metal or something on them so that I'm able to get underneath them and whatnot. And yeah, this was remember the beetle I had from the Series 3 of my Robot Wars review? This is what's left of it, right here. That is from Joey, the guy you may remember from my Fritz the Cat review. He had a robot and he did this to it. Bastard. But not to worry, I got a whole bunch of others I got from Motorama, so yeah, I'm really into designing and building stuff aside from filmmaking, and I don't want to get into architecture, but I do enjoy, like, maybe creating something for roads or buildings or something like that, so it's all good. And finally, fact number 5. I have this huge collection of autographs that I've gotten from famous people, from conventions to meetups to all sorts of things going around. The first one I ever got was with Robert Englund when I did the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 reviews, and then I found out that he was actually doing a book signing in Ridgewood, so I'm like, hey, I'm there. And yeah, that was the first famous person I actually met, and his book is actually pretty good. And since then I've gotten autographs from Penn and Teller, which I tried to find but couldn't find anywhere. I've also gotten autographs from Marky and CJ Ramone, who've autographed pretty much an endless amount of crap I gave to them. But, you know, I am a hardcore Ramones fan, so I enjoy getting autographs from them. I think they're both really nice, and you gotta feel bad for them now that Joey, Johnny, and Dee Dee aren't around anymore. I've also gotten autographs from the Nostalgia Critic and the Angry Video Game Nerd. I already showed you the Nostalgia Critic one, and here's my my Star Wars Rogue Squadron game signed by James and Mike Matei. I've gotten autographs from Brian Johnson of AC/DC in his Rock and Roller book. I've also gotten autographs from Colin Mochrie and Brad Sherwood, who I saw at a improv comedy show that they did in Morristown. I went with my cousin Jason a month before he died. I've gotten autographs from the kids from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which I'm really happy with. I met them all at Chiller Expo, and they're really nice. I also got one from Burt Young, again, really nice guy. And just recently, I went to BronyCon in New York City, and I got autographs from Andrea Libman and Ashley Ball, who you may know do the voices of Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie, and Rainbow Dash and Applejack in My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. I wonder how long that picture is going to stay hanging up on my wall before people start getting annoyed by it.
Hardcore kid, you're a faggot. You got ponies on your wall.
Yeah. Well, so now you know 5 facts about me. Sorry if I came off as a bit jittery, but you know what? This is unscripted, and sometimes I don't work very well unscripted. But I'm sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I like to thank all my subscribers for keeping their support, and my review of Plague Dogs I'm about to film next. I mean, right now. Just got to get out of my giant stuff and put my leather jacket on, and hopefully that'll be out sometime by the end of the month. And I hope to see all you guys soon. And happy 2012. Catch you guys later.